All right. First off, I'm going to start off by saying all honors and glory due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the elders and apostles over at Great Millstone, where I got this truth from 100% in its purest form. Okay. Let me move this camera over. I'm not getting good light. I'm not getting good light right now. That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right. So it's Saturday here again, once again, in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. And there's some interesting things taking place pertaining to the latter days, the latter time that we're living in. So things are ramping up spiritually, ramping up at its apex of wickedness. Okay, so the biting and pawing and scratching is continuing. Okay, to the extent where all of the devices that are being used, they're just not working anymore. High level witchcraft and sorcery is being used to try to confuse the hopeful elect. Okay, so this kingdom is finished, and like I said plenty times, this is our last captivity. So let's go to the book of Revelations. Okay, this is the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations, and the poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say that they are the Jews, and they are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay, so we know what's going on in these Catholic churches. We know what's going on in these Christian churches, which is all wickedness and private interpretation. And basically, it's devil worshiping. Okay, Cesare Borgia worshiping. That's what it is. Worshiping. I don't know how many thousands of years old corpse. Worshiping Roman conquerors, basically. So the book and the scriptures only pertain to the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? And in particular, the 1/3 and the hopeful 144,000, the elect, okay? So these people, this message is for these people on this sign. No other nations. Okay? The message isn't for no other nations. Okay? They have to be taught. Okay? After the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, makes his visit. And how's that visit gonna come down here on the earth? It's gonna be a great visit. A massive chariot that people are calling UFOs. Oh yeah, they know what they are. This isn't a game. So you have 2/3 who are the rebellious of the house of Israel. Why? Reasoning? Because they want to stay under this wicked kingdom. Okay? It happened before and it's happening now. The prophets of old are the same prophets now, back. And giving this message, and it's a warning. The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy most high power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. I will also forget thy children. Okay, so case in point, the books are open. Okay? Books are open. There's an overwhelming presence in the air. Okay? In the elements. And there's nowhere no one can hide. So the stiff-necked, rebellious children, they seem to think, and it's going to be worse for the ones that know, because they seem to think that they're going to be able to help the enemy bring everything and restore everything back to, I'm not going to even say its original way, but the way the original wicked system was set up. Okay? And that's the wicked 2/3. Israel niggas, I call them. Okay? They come in multiple colors. Demons come in multiple colors. You got to understand here what has happened. You got blends. You know, people have a problem when you ask them what their nationality is, because you know you have to go after your father's seed line. There's no such thing as going after your mother. That's something that Esau constructed. The so-called white man constructed that. And Eve, you are not by any means getting ready to not get your judgment, because you have a proportion in this that's a heavy burden, that's been a burden on you since you've been bearing children. Okay? So what do? How do you run? How do you govern your households after you kick your man out? Huh? It's written in the scriptures. You raise them to be feminine, and you give them right over to the beast system. You cast away the man, you take the government's assistance, and you raise your men to be effeminate and docile. But don't worry, that time is up. That time's up. Everybody's being revealed. No matter who you are. You can't hide with clothes on. It's something called a demon GPS. You know when demons is around. There's nowhere you can hide. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High Power? Be not deceived, neither fornicator, nor idolater, nor adulterer, nor effeminate, nor abuser of themselves with mankind. So, that's going on all day long, 24/7 here in Babylon. Okay, the extension of Rome. And I'm going to say it again. This message isn't for everybody. It's for this nation and these tribes, not everybody. That's who it's for, not everybody. I give a damn less what you think and how you feel. I'm here to represent and protect the truth and do my Father's business. And there's a lot of work to be done. The book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the tradition of men and the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach, Yahushai. Okay? And like I said, demon GPS systems are on. So what does that mean? You go after your own customs, your own traditions, and your own inheritance, just like all the other nations. But it's too late for that. And it's damn sure too late to want to do it, redo anything over. Because this place has to be shut down completely. It has to be shut down. It has to lay desolate. It has to start all over. The earth has to replenish itself. Hell, in this place, they don't allow 3 years to go by without putting another crop system down. You know? GMO foods. You know, every abominable food you could think of is good for you. Damn shame. There you duck. Whether you're a fake one or a real one, you know. This man is so deviant. You gotta question everything right now at this point in Babylon. We're dealing with the insane. We're dealing with the insane. Biting, pawing, and scratching to keep this truth from coming out. But guess what? It's coming out. The books are open. Judgment is in session. Let my hands warm up for a second here. Cold out here. Psalms 83. See why they don't read this in churches? Then they never read it. They never read the truth. Jump all the way around the truth. That's just pure wickedness. Pharisees, scribes, Sadducees. Okay, it's all wickedness. 501c3, all wickedness. Every high level form of witchcraft. Psalms 83. Let's start from the top. Cold. Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O most high power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. Verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and they consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. We'll stop right there. So that cutting off started a long time ago, before the so-called Negroes, okay, tribe of Judah, was taken into captivity, okay, and brought over here. Okay, Gad was already over here. The so-called American Indians were already over here. The tribe of Gad and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. So the crafty counsel came about with bartering and trading. Okay? Initially. And yes, rape, rob, and murder came along with that also. You got to remember, this place was taken by the barrel of violence, death. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. These are the nations that moved over here after all of the rape, rob, and murder and pillaging, and the establishment was formed. Verse 6. the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. So no, these people aren't gone. They right here in the so-called US of A right now. With businesses, nice homes, home loans, cars, student loans. Okay? This has been going on for quite some time. But guess what? The show is being shut down. Because the show belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And there ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Okay? We're at the end of this movie. We're living in the latter times. So repentance is the best thing that any Israelite can do. Okay? Repentance. Now I could be saying this word all day and people can walk by all day. Will they hearken? Will they listen? I'm out here for the lost sheep. I'm not out here for everybody. It's not time for mirth. You got your cardinal, you got your you got your spiritual Israelites, and then you got your cardinal Israelites. And the cardinal Israelites, I'm gonna tell it like it is, they're actually fighting bond. They get in cahoots with Esau. That's how I'm gonna put it. Okay, the house of Saul. Okay, trying to bring back the house of Saul. All to keep the enemy on top. With an outwardly way about doing it. It's only plain to see. We see it. It's only plain to see. Got to be circumspect, prudent. Like I said, it's high level witchcraft and sorcery going on. High level. I get to the point, sometimes I just get disgusted. Just being the general public. Yes, I have my battles with my flesh. But the people around me don't make it any better. You're walking around, you're walking right, you're working right beside a 100% abominable person. What do you do about that? You be patient. As a saint, you're supposed to be patient. The book of Ecclesiasticus, better known as Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay? So you're not supposed to trust your enemies. So if they're not within your nation or in your tribe of people, you're not supposed to trust them. Okay? But we have fallen We failed far, far and beyond. Not beginning in 1600, 70 AD. That's where we fail at. Now, they're not going to teach that in your curriculum, K through 12. Yes, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai's chosen people failed in 70 AD. Okay? And now we're under the curses. Let's not forget, flesh wins nothing. All right, with that said, I'm gonna shut it down. I just thought I would get out here today. This is my original spot. I get out here, try to get out here as much as I can. I'm not the best at getting out and doing what I'm supposed to do on Saturdays. You know, I have my battles as well. You know, but it's not about me. You know what I mean? You know, this flesh is something else. You know, so with that said, all honor and glory due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. And double honors to the elders and apostles over at Great Millstone, from where I got this 100% truth from. Shalom.